1993. This was the year the divine ponytail was officially recognized as the finest player on the planet after leading Juventus to European glory. His brilliance earned him the game's most prestigious individual honors like the FIFA World Player of the Year and the Ballon d'Or. It was a season of pure artistry from the man. His name was Roberto Baggio. As he stepped up to claim his awards, FIFA were preparing for the World Cup. And when the summer of 1994 came, Baggio arrived in the United States for the World Cup as the best player in the world. The tournament began, and he ended up scoring 5 goals in the knockout stage and single-handedly carried Italy to the finals. He was the hero, the man destined to bring the trophy back home. Then came the World Cup final against Brazil. After 120 minutes, the game was scoreless, and this only meant one thing: a penalty shootout. 2 of his teammates ended up missing, making Baggio Italy's last hope.
Now, Roberto Baggio, the saviour of Italy throughout this tournament. He's missed it, and Brazil win the World Cup.
Baggio stood there, head bowed, eyes closed. His divine ponytail had fallen. Those few seconds must have felt like eternity. He had become the man who died standing. We all know this. This is the part of the story we got to see. But I wanted to understand their side of the story. I wanted to understand the mind after the moment. Just like that, his earlier achievements were forgotten. In that single summer, Baggio went from the best player in the world to something else. In his own words, "I will never forget it. That was a childhood dream come true, and it ended in the most absurd fashion, and I never got over it. I still dream about it." He even admitted in a later interview that in that moment he wanted to unalive himself. He struggled with the irony that he was the reason Italy even made it to the final. Yet he became the scapegoat for the defeat. One of the most significant factors in his psychological recovery was his practice of Buddhism. He explained how it provided him with a philosophy of resilience that helped him detach from his self-worth from that moment, even though the pain remained. Eventually, he went back to Italy and won the league and Coppa Italia with Juventus. But things were never the same. Stick to the end and I'll explain to you why. But what about when the moment isn't just yours? What about when an entire nation decides that you are the reason they suffered? This happened 4 years later, in the 1998 World Cup. David Beckham, who at 23 years old had already become one of the most recognized footballers in the world. On top of that, though he was the youngest, he was considered the main man on the team. And this was his first time playing in a World Cup. In the round of 16, England ended up facing Argentina. And recognizing that Beckham was a key player, the Argentine players, led by Diego Simeone, strategically tried to provoke him. And early in the second half, they succeeded.
It's a red card for David Beckham.
England later went out on penalties, lost, and the nation turned on the 23-year-old. The headlines were brutal. What made it even worse is that he was becoming a father, all while being publicly destroyed. He had become the man a nation blamed, and he carried that alone.
Wherever I went, I got abused every single day.
Despite everything, Beckham went back to work. He returned to Manchester, and on that same season, won the treble and also came second in the Ballon d'Or. And the following year, he was given the honour of wearing the captain's armband for the national team. He went from being the most hated man in England to leading them. There is a moment in every elite career where the ground simply disappears. Baggio and Beckham are 2 different people with 2 different career paths, but one thing in common. They were caught in a moment that was pivotal in their careers, and they handled it differently. And I'm not going to sugarcoat here. After the miss, Baggio felt immense guilt that turned into self-hatred that to this day still affects him. He never forgave himself. Beckham, on the other hand, had it worse. His whole nation hated him. And what did he do with that? He let it fuel him, came back even stronger, and bounced back to lead Man United to a treble-winning season. We need to understand that failure is inevitable, but identity is a choice. When we mess up, the key question is, do you become your mistake, or do you treat it as an event? Baggio's pain turned inward with self-doubt and regret. Beckham's pain turned outward with motivation and obsession to prove himself. Neither of them are weak, but one helps you grow. Take Lewis Hamilton, for example. He faced racism coming into F1, constant pressure to prove himself as the only black driver, yet he still became a 7-time world champion. Just like Beckham, he turned his pain outward. One day, it will be your moment. And when it comes, you won't be asked to be perfect. You'll be asked to choose who you become next. The moment doesn't define you. The response does. And every response writes a different version of you. American tennis legend Billie Jean King once said that pressure is a privilege. So if it's on you, it means you're already where most people never reach.